must have been something I said. Oh, oh. You gotta have fun with it. I don't want to be on the screen just looking at my phone, and then the sound's gonna cut. I was watching Napoleon Dynamite. Such a good fucking movie. Sorry, YouTube. I'm taking the strike today. We're playing the music. It's okay. Like, it's for DMX. I'm willing to take the strike. I'm not trying to profit off of DMX. What are y'all doing? Talk to me. Talking to me. Do like a show where we just have everybody call in and talk DMX. Like, it just happened today. Yeah, let's do it tomorrow, please. In different area. Yo, every time I'm ready for you now. Like, I'm watching you and how you move. Um, let's just get the show popping. You know what I'm saying? Let's get the show off the road. Let's do this for the GOAT. We see? That's why I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. We ain't taking no strike. Oh well. Can y'all hear it? Just Google the song. I don't know why. I don't want to put it into Streamlabs, and I'm not going to. I'm just not going to do that. Hey, yo, I'm slipping. I'm falling. Yeah. I've cried a lot. Like, DMX hurt. Oh, this shit hurt. Woo. We will come in and do the show regularly in a second. Just want to. It's such a good song. Like, this song is it's a really good song. Oh shit, my bad. Did I do that? Yo, my bad. My bad. I didn't think it was gonna do that. Did it hit me with copyright? I'm paying homage. I'm using the Right to Share Act. They'll kick me if I do it too long. I'm falling. I can't get up. Hey, yo, I'm slipping. I'm falling. It's a really good song. It's Kasabian. Kasabian Lavoe. Wine. What's going on, beautiful people? My name is Kasabian Lavoe. Welcome to the Kasabian Lavoe Show. Um, it's another sad day in hip hop. It's a sad day for a lot of people. The great, the legend DMX has passed away after suffering a heart attack last week. You know, excuse me. It's very, very sad. It's don't judge people for how they deal with their pain. Just try to understand them. People always seem to want to place blame with addicts and things of that nature, but excuse me, I don't see how this fits the standard. Like, you literally see a genius that was just going through things and had a issue. You know what I mean? That I'm not playing with you or Ronnie and on how they were talking about DMX. Listen, I don't judge nobody for what they go through. Check up on your friends. I talk about addictions. I have addictions, and nah, I'm not taking a shot. I'll call Ronnie. I don't give a shit. I'm not taking a shot though. I understand what addictions do to you. I understand what anxiety can do to you. I know the plight. I get it. It's not fun. It's depression's a real thing. You know, mental health is definitely something that we are getting better at, especially as men. Men are now able to really discuss the fact that they have a mental health issue, and it's good. It's good. Like, it's hard to be a man, and I know people hate that idea that men can say, hey, I'm a little fucked up in the head, but I'm good. I just need a little help sometimes. On to damn, man, that sucks. My name is Kasabian Lavoe. Welcome to the Kasabian Lavoe Show, live from Las Vegas, episode 177. On today's show, Virgil keeps playing, and I'm gonna tell y'all why. Facebook had a data leak. How many countries do require vax to enter? We never got to it, so I'm gonna sprinkle that in there today. My new love for Logan Paul. Hear me out. Bad Baby versus Dr Phill. This is pretty interesting. We have an update on Tiger Woods and what happened to him. Young Buck was on a podcast and he was telling some stories that I think y'all should hear. Soulja Boy versus the entire world. Maybe the internet. I think it's Soulja Boy versus the internet. And it's pretty interesting because although he did birth these internet children, they don't respect Soulja Boy. Let's give some flowers to Soulja Boy. Khloe Kardashian had a meltdown over a picture, and I think somebody should teach her NFT. So we'll get into that. All that and more, and whatever the chat decides to put in. Although I should say, NFTs may be the way of the future. Just give me a minute so I can make my own before y'all start making them and shit and make it all hard for me. Damn, what you saying? Yeah, I love smoking weed when I don't feel good. I have a lot of demons. And unfortunately, I live pretty decent, so it's kind of hard for me to write music. Especially when it's like, I already wrote that movie type shit. I don't want to see the same movie again. That's how I look at my music. So, yeah, man, using drugs, I understand it. I eating's one of my vices. Smoking, I don't drink. I'm a sexual addict. I'll chase down the fucking man. Oh man. All right. Virgil has been doing the most simplest designs that have been working, and for some reason, it's not that they've been working. I give him props. He's cool. He does some dope shit, but we just gotta stop the bullshit. Virgil made a plain bag, and if I see y'all with this Louis Vuitton airplane stupid bag, I'm blocking you. Just a fair warning. Virgil, cut the shit. Facebook had a huge data leak. I'm not surprised at data leaks anymore. I'm pretty sure soon enough we're gonna get rid of numbers and we're just gonna use biometrics and use our faces, because the longer that we have these simplistic credit card numbers and these simplistic social security numbers, we're not going to be able to have any real security. It's a terrible thing to think that those 16 number, 20 number combinations are just look. It's spoiled milk by now. Everybody's information has been leaked through a major bank or some type of website already. So we have to start taking measures into protecting our identities in a different manner. And I think biometrics is going to be the way. And then let's see how long that lasts. I'm pretty sure they'll figure that shit out too. When I was talking about the vaccines, I guess passport, I wasn't really surprised. If you've traveled, you know that certain countries do ask you to have certain vaccines. It's 11 countries, as a matter of fact, that require vaccinations before you even enter that country. So I don't want people to be so alarmed over the whole idea of having to be vaccinated to travel. Yeah, it may sound like it's infringing on your rights. And coming from me, I know people are like, "Yo, I can't believe you're the one that's promoting this." No, I'm not promoting it. All I'm saying is that don't turn this into something it isn't. If you aren't the healthiest and you need to go get this and you qualify, go for it. Go get it. And don't think that they're trying to infringe on your rights. Although I'm here to protect rights and explain that type of thing, this isn't that. Trust me. It's not a bad idea to have something in you that can help at that point, especially when it comes to travel. Travel's really, really difficult on the body. So a vaccine is something that I would definitely recommend. That's from me to you. Okay. I don't know if it was like last year or maybe like during quarantine. You start looking around YouTube and start finding things. I'm trying to figure out how to get my nose is running. I had a orange with tahini and I'm like spicy still. Started watching Impulsive with Logan Paul and his boy Mike and the other dude George. Because of Tim Dillon, there was like a couple people on there that I wanted to watch, and it wasn't necessarily them. And I never really had an issue with the kid. I never paid attention to him. My kids were paying attention to him, so that's the lineage with this guy, right? It's pretty interesting that once my kids got over him, he actually translated over, and his demographic has shifted, and it's pretty dope to watch. And I can honestly say that whatever the douchebag that he was is definitely not that anymore. I appreciate his content. He definitely has a good head on his shoulders, and he has a really good show. And unfortunately, they're splitting up right now to do this whole boxing shit with Floyd. I really hope they get back to it. Like, this kid's got something. He's definitely got an it. There's a lot of factors when it comes to doing things of this nature. And yeah, this shit seems easy. But when you finally find somebody that's really good at doing it, you should appreciate it. This is a difficult sport. It's a very, there's no papers. Like, if I showed you my screens, it literally just says show notes. Like, it's not even that many things. I pretty much read everything and just memorize. And just, you start freestyling. So this is definitely a talent. So I appreciate Logan Paul and the Impulsive crew. They're dope. Check them out. That's definitely a good podcast, a good video to watch. I like watching videos. It's they're funny dudes. They're cool kids. Cool kids. I'm the old guy. Okay, Bad Bhabie went from, or Bad Baby, whatever the fuck she goes by. She went from being a Catch Me Outside girl, I paid no attention to her. Then she puts out music, paid no attention to her. I could have sworn this girl was 25. I'm sorry, like, I look like a crackhead. I got some. I had an orange with tahini, and I got fucking chili on the corner of my lip, and I'm like digging at it. I apologize. So this girl went from being America's asshole to developing a fan base, selling music, making some decent money, and then turns 18, decides to expose the camp or like boot camp or whatever the fuck it was that Dr. Phill recommended for her to go to act right. Apparently there was abuse. Seems to be a running thing. We talked about Paris Hilton on here when Paris Hilton was going through it in her camp that she went to, and how many other kids had gone through these camps and were abused. Apparently Dr. Phill doesn't give a fucking shit. I wanted to talk about it. I really wanted to talk about it. And then she did her OnlyFans thing, and I was like, what's the point? Like, we can't even keep it a buck. Like, I can't take it serious. I understand she's trying to spread awareness, and I hope she does, because any facility that's taking advantage of kids and using bad experiences to do that should be shut down. That shit is not cool. That is bad parenting. Like, you need to do better. And Dr. Phill shouldn't be supporting shit like this. And I think if you co-sign some shit, you tell somebody that their kid should go there, you should be able to stand on that. Like, you should be responsible some way, somehow. Don't just put that shit all on the parent. So let's see what happens with this. Will it go far? Who knows? I don't even know how society's going to take it. Are they going to take her serious? Do they look at Dr. Phill and go, yeah, he should be more responsible? I don't know. I thought it was interesting. It seems to, keep going. So we'll keep an eye on it. We have an update on Tiger Woods. Come to find out, he was speeding. So there wasn't any drugs involved. He was running late. He was doing about 85 miles an hour. So it's a bend on the top of a hill coming down. So took the corner too fast, lost control, boom. Seems like he hit his head pretty quick, they said, because he was completely disoriented, didn't know what the fuck happened. Saved his life. So shout out to Tiger Woods. Huge fan. Love Tiger. I'll be out there. You know what I mean? I'm playing my golf. I love playing golf. Okay. Soulja Boy's a legend. Period. Like, there's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. I want to do like a full episode just for Soulja Boy. I don't think people understand what Soulja Boy did with music and why he's considered a legend. So you need to have a little bit of that much. Is that sociopath? Is that what he is? Like, he doesn't know if he's good or bad. It doesn't matter to him. He's just that good. It's like Aaron Carter. When you listen to Aaron Carter talk, he's not even here. He doesn't even listen to you. He's just, I'm Aaron Carter, and that's it. And, like, that holds weight. Now, the difference is Soulja Boy actually created something. He was innovative. Yes, he was one of the first, or the first. We can give him title of the first rapper on the internet. He did come off the internet. He was the first viral artist. He did sell millions in ringtones. Soulja Boy was a producer, writer, and artist. So he collected all of his money from his music. This is something that was never heard of. Unfortunately, I don't know if it was contracting or just creativity, whatever the case was. He peaked really quick and crashed. So although his career may have been fast and fizzled, it wasn't even that fast. He had a pretty decent run. It seems like people just forgot about it because he's Soulja Boy, because of the way that he acts. Like, he definitely has some real asshole moments, but you can't take away from his talent. I stress my hate for Tory Lanez, but my love for his music, right? Like, Soulja Boy did that shit. Like, he was really that fucking artist. He robbed the labels, basically, because he took his shit that he made at home and then sold it to the label. Like, it was a fucking great finesse. I just think creatively he should have had a better team around him, and they should have helped him out. But watching him fight on the internet is fucking hilarious. You need people like him that are just completely oblivious to shit. Like, it's fun to watch. Like, you really need that type of fucking person. So shout out to Soulja Boy, and if you didn't know he was a legend, he is. And maybe we'll do that on the Patreon. Nah, I can't stand that bald-headed motherfucker, man. I'm not playing with him. Tory Lanez is embarrassing, period. For all short guys, Tory Lanez is fucking embarrassing, all right? Young Buck was on a podcast, and on the podcast he said that he wrote for 50 Cent. On top of writing for 50 Cent, he said he was never paid anything. It's interesting to hear that from him, because you can tell like very clearly what 50 Cent wrote and what he didn't write. Even to the point where when 50 wrote for other people, you could hear 50 Cent in them, in those bars, in them people, and in those songs. So Young Buck is he's an interesting guy. Shout out to Young Buck. Be safe, man. Strap up, buddy. Keep it clean. Khloe Kardashian. This is phenomenal, right? So Khloe had a picture released that she didn't approve because she's a product, right? This bothers me because I have daughters, and I feel like the standard that even she wants to live up to doesn't make any sense. So she says that the picture was put out and she didn't approve of the picture because it was her looking regular. And basically the way society treats her and wants her to be at this standard that she can't even really reach, she felt some type of way, and that's why she took it down, and she has a problem. Listen. I understand how people feel about certain things, but I mean, if you don't break that cycle, it'll never end. Like, instead of you saying, you know what, yeah, that's what I look like regular, like, we know you don't look like this all the time. It doesn't fucking matter. Just be normal. Just be normal. Like, we would appreciate you more if you would accepted your flaws. And I think you should understand how to love yourself. You need a hug. Khole, cut the shit, man. It's okay to look regular. We're okay with that. And learn NFT. This is probably a great time for you to, use NFT. You can, take your image, create an NFT, and it doesn't matter if it comes out or doesn't. As long as you own it, you get paid for it. Tory does make great music. I don't have a problem with his music. I love Tory's music. I don't like Tory. Tory to me is trash. But again, I'm not going to move the goalpost for talented or good music because I don't like Tory. Like, I just don't like the dude. I don't care. Maybe if I met him and we become best friends, that's cool. But like, if I ever talk to him, I'll keep it a buck. Like, yo, my boy, you move funny. You need a daddy. Like, that's it. He just needs a daddy. And to be honest with you, the Khole thing, like, if she doesn't change the standard won't change. And, like, I look at my daughters and I go, God forbid anybody did that to y'all, because that shit would drive me crazy. It really would. I don't even understand where do we begin with those types of things? You know what I'm saying? Like, where would we go and say, okay, girls can just be girls and we're not going to sit there and point fingers? Like, there's no such thing. But if you don't make that change, like, it's okay to not be completely dolled up. Like, any real one would know. Any real one is going to know that, yo, your shorty don't look like that all the time, and that's okay. I hate a lot of bosses. Nah, Tory ain't no boss. What does Tory do? He's just a rapper. He's done shit. He ain't no boss. Ronnie ain't a boss. Florida Boy J ain't no boss. The motherfucker sound like he work at a fast food joint. Who else I hate? I hate Joe Budden, but I love Joe Budden, and you know how I feel about Joe. I love Star. Who I hate? And I don't give a fuck. I hate Tory Lanez. I say that shit. I'm not cool with that weird ass patchy hair. I don't like the way he threw that roundhouse kick in the street. I don't like how he got beat at basketball by 6ix9ine. I don't like none of that shit, but his music is dope as fuck. I think I fucked his music. I don't know. I don't care for the dude. There's a lot of people I feel like that about, but it don't take away from their talent. I'm not saying he's talentless. Florida Boy J is talentless. He has no talent. I don't care. And we can go back and forth. I just don't feel like I want to get on that philosopher shit with you. I just don't care enough. Like, we can talk economics. We can talk business. I'm down. We can even have a real music discussion. I'm always up for that because I love listening to people talk music that have, literally no skin in the game. But yeah, I don't hate. I hate, but I don't hate bosses. It's not like that. And I can hate and love at the same time. If I hate you, you on my radar. So congratulations. I'm talking to the chat. My bad. Shout out to my podcast listeners, to the millions and millions of podcast listeners. Listen, I've said it time and time again. We have 151 subs on YouTube. I can't believe I even got one. Thank you to all 151. Let's do 200. You know what I'm saying? Like, I know it sounds crazy because it's so little, but no, I'm serious. Like, let's get to 200. Like, that to me is dope. I got more listeners than I got viewers, and I get that, so we're working on it. Head over to YouTube. Subscribe. Tell people about the show. I appreciate all y'all. I know I'm fucking around. I don't even be listening to half these people. I'm still talking to the chat. My bad, y'all. And we're going to figure out how to get the chat inside of the video. I just think it's real sloppy. So I would like to get super chat on YouTube and shit like this, but we'll see. My name's Kasabian. Live in the moment. Don't live in the past. Be safe. Stay dangerous. Lavoe loves you. Rest in peace, DMX.